Hi everyone, hope you're doing great wherever you're joining us from. Let me ask you something. You're running campaigns, you're tracking installs, you're looking at dashboards every day. But when it's time to take decision, do you actually trust what you're seeing? Or does it feel like the pieces of the puzzles are missing? Because if you have ever felt that gap between data and clarity, you're not alone. And that's exactly what we have been working on. If you are an app owner, app marketer, or growth strategist, everything in this update is to help you connect those dots, understand your users better, and make decisions you can actually stand by. Let's get into it. Web attribution that actually makes sense. Let's start with something fundamental, your web traffic. Because before installs, before conversions, everything starts with a visit. With progressive web app attribution, you can now clearly understand where your web app users are coming from and what's actually driving those installs. It tracks your users based on parameters like UTMs, click ID, referrer data, and session logic. So every visit is properly attributed to the right source. So instead of inflating or misleading attribution, you get a clean, reliable view of your web performance. And if you're running both web and app, this becomes even more powerful because now your web activity can actually connect to your app installs, giving you a clearer picture of your user journey. Privacy without losing insight. Now let's talk about something every growth team is dealing with: privacy. You need data to grow, but also need to protect your users. With PII masking, sensitive user data is no longer exposed across dashboard, logs, reports, or exports. This includes data points like IP address, phone number, email IDs, latitude, and longitude. All of these are masked at the UI level, while still being used internally for attribution and fraud detection. So your campaigns still run with full accuracy, but without exposing raw user data. And once this is enabled, it applies across partners, agencies, and exports, ensuring complete privacy control across your ecosystem. Faster audience activation. Let's talk about execution speed, because building audience is one thing, activating them fast is another. With direct upload of meta audiences, you can now move from one segmentation to targeting without unnecessary steps in between. No back and forth, no delays, just faster campaign execution. Reporting that doesn't slow you down. Let's be honest, pulling same reports again and again, not the best use of your time. With saved and scheduled reports, your reporting becomes automatic. So your team spends less time extracting data and more time acting on it. Smart deep linking your way. Dynamic plan updates. Now this is where things get interesting. With the dynamic plan updates, you now have smarter, more flexible way to use deep linking backed by a reliable MMP. Instead of forcing you into a full attribution setup, you can now choose how you want to use Apptrove. You get clear two options. You can go with Unilink only, where you use Apptrove purely as a smart deep linking solution. Or you can choose Unilink with reporting. We will not only create deep links but also get visibility into how those links are performing. This makes it a strong go-to option if you are looking for a dependable deep linking solution without unnecessary complexity. Especially if you're transitioning from tools that only handle links, you now get flexibility and reliability all at one place. Full control over your raw data, AWS Data Locker. Now let's talk about data ownership. With AWS Data Locker, you can export your raw logs directly into your own AWS S3 bucket in a secure and controlled way. This means your data doesn't just stay inside the platform. You can store it, analyze it, and integrate it on your own data pipelines, giving you complete control on how you can use your own data. Understanding churn better. Installs tell you who came in, but what about who left? With iOS uninstall tracking via FCM, you'll get better visibility into churn, which means better retention strategies and not just acquisition focus. Before we wrap up, here's something you should definitely check out. We have recently published a case study with salary on time. If you want to see how better attribution and tracking translate into actual campaign results, this is worth your time. You'll find the link in the description along with other resources you can explore. At the end of the day, growth isn't just about running more campaigns. It's about understanding what's working and why. And everything you've seen here is to help you build exactly that. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next update.